official NRL Fantasy.
Oh yeah, the official NRL Fantasy podcast. Final episode for 2025. I'm your host, Paulie G. Luke, Cyfleet, Andrew Molinaroli. How does it feel?
It's sad. It's sad. I could go for another 25 weeks. How long? 27 weeks?
Surely you jest, my friend.
I could go.
52. That'd be 52. 25 plus 27.
I could go.
I'm tired, boss.
I could go another season.
Well, we'll be back in February, so
Well, we're
not that long to wait.
We're not done until November, so
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Get your questions in.
wall-to-wall
because
rugby league.
It's going to be great.
Yep.
This is going to be all about the ifs, the buts, the maybes, and the horror stories.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of that this year. There was a lot of things out of our control.
If only.
Some key injuries.
If onlys.
Some key moments of madness, restings.
It's been a long season.
Yeah. I mean, we could give our horror stories, but we've had so many. I don't know where to, I wouldn't even know where to start.
The one that comes to mind straight away for me is that I gave Luke Metcalf the bullet after one round.
I think a lot of us did.
Not a-
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not quite a horror story. It's just
It would have been in a normal year.
Yeah.
That now is a distant memory.
Warriors
Yeah.
defied the odds.
Yeah.
It was a good. Scott Lenny held him, top 2,000.
Yep.
So we'll read out the top 5 later too, because first looks to have it in the bag, but you just never know. And friend of the show, Jay-Z, finished, I think it was top 10 last year, might have been 8th.
Wow.
He's in 5th. So back-to-back top 10s await for Jay-Z.
Maybe he should be on this show, not me.
Well, he used to be a contributor,
There you go.
just in writing questions. When we remember he used to do the nighttime show, it was a bit easier for people like him to access. So he used to write the live questions in, and just like you can do. So get yours in if you've got trades, if you want to know who to captain, or if you just want to tell us your horror stories.
We just want to spray us.
Yeah.
You told me
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Dylan Lucas wasn't going to play.
Being that kind of year. Well, a certain Parramatta Eel not playing that's pretty bad too. So.
Yeah, shout out to Cookie. We'll get to that. Previews time. Broncos v the Storm. It's a massive game, particularly for Brisbane, because top 4 beckons if they can get the win, but it won't be easy with Melbourne naming most of their troops back on deck. But Luke, you're not buying it. You're worried that some of these reserves may end up getting some game time.
Oh, from Melbourne, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I don't think Munster and Pap will play the whole game.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Bellamy and the Storm don't like Brisbane for some reason. Remember, they just like they love beating them. So I mean,
At least it's first up. At least we'll know straight away, because I'm a Tyron Wishart owner.
Yep.
He's on the bench for now, but that could change.
He's all right. You're in good shape. You're okay.
Yeah.
I think he'll get a go somewhere there.
yeah, I
for a
think
lot
so.
of the game.
I got Trent Liero.
I think
Needs
sorry,
to aim up.
that's the guy I've got to add.
Well, I can't believe he didn't get rested.
I don't think Trent's playing 80 either.
Because he obviously Origin campaign. Like if anyone needs,
He's a
little
machine,
breather,
mate. What I've been trying to tell you.
It's amazing.
He's a machine.
Just amazing.
All hail
Are
Trent.
we all just captaining Payne Haas? Just get it out of the way, game 1.
Probably, just to avoid all the last-minute changes, I think.
I don't know. I want to get funky. I've been trying to just be fun this last couple of rounds. I just want to hit one that's awesome.
Well, imagine if you had one trade left and you brought in like DC and just captained him.
Well, I've got one trade left.
Well, there you go.
I've got one
Why
trade
don't you bring the great man in? Just captain him.
Herbie,
Got back-to-back 90s, hasn't
Herbie's in the reserves, but you know, some of us got DCE 2 weeks ago. Says
Oh.
Tom Leake, the producer.
Oh, we're all experts.
But Leaky he's a bit like Ross Lapthorne. Nice to think outside the square. Is anyone backing the Broncos to win at home, or do you think it's just a fait accompli? Storm don't lose 2 in a row.
I mean, they played one good half of football last week, and I think Craig Bellamy will be reminding them of that this week. I think they.
Game's too important for Brisbane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
It'd be great.
Because again, like I said, I don't think Storm play the whole half. Like I think they play one half.
That'll be what it comes down to.
Because you got to think bigger picture. Because you may get, again, like the way it is now, like one suspension, one injury. Like, mate, it's too risky.
You did mention.
They got nowhere to move.
Yeah, you did mention Jerome Hughes is back. So that's
Jerome Hughes back.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he might get 30 minutes out, and then
They might want to play him the whole game just to really get him up into fitness. Maybe it's Munster that comes off early.
That's what I'm saying. I think the 3 main guys will come off. I think Liero's a main guy now. So
Yeah. After that Origin.
there you go. He's one of the guys. Moles.
the travesty. I mean, good win.
Let's talk Manly v the Warriors, and of course the farewell tour for DCE finishes up in Manly's colours. I think we can say safely now, or is there some sort of mathematical anomaly that could still occur, like a 100-point win?
I think the Chooks have to lose by plenty, and then Manly have to win by plenty, and then the Dolphins have
Basically
to lose.
40-40 each way, I think.
Yeah.
You got no chance. But
So you're saying there's a chance?
But you'll want to go out on a high, and the Warriors, unfortunately for them, that was a key loss last week. They're now outside the four. If the Broncos lose, however, they'll be eyeing this win because that, for a time, will catapult them back into the top four.
They want to play.
They can beat Manly.
They'll want to play at least one home final, like at home. They want to play.
They want this win back.
Yeah, just try and get the eliminator at home and see what happens. But I think, again,
they're limping.
You
No
said,
Wade Egan, though.
You said it 30 seconds ago. It's over. So
Yeah, no Wade Egan doesn't help them.
Nope.
And they've still very much tested in depth in the forwards right now. Fisher Harris and Aaron Clark have to do a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, Mitch Barnett, that's obviously a massive loss.
Yeah, and Jackson Ford's still out, suspended. So they're just the troops are falling away. Joey Walsh is going to play in this game for Manly. I'll be keen to
see him.
He goes.
well, he's been braining it in cup. So.
Yeah.
And also too,
Young
shout out Navale last week too. He got about 50 in like 40 minutes, something, didn't he?
Is this an early precursor for 2026 fantasy teams?
We
I've been
need-
talking him up all year because I think if he starts, I think he's going to be in everyone's team in 2026.
Pac Champs shout out. I've been watching Valet for a couple of years in the Pac Champs and he's been going well, so it's good to see him now
Goes
play
all
a bit of
day.
first grade.
Good leg speed.
It's all right.
It's nice to have that in the middle.
Roosters, Rabbitohs, and even when you thought that maybe this wouldn't be the biggest revenge game ever, it still is, because South Sydney can knock out the Roosters potentially if they cause an upset win here. And of course, the whole Wayne Bennett story, he was the first coach of the Dolphins and now he has an opportunity to help them get their first top 8 berth.
Another chapter in the Book of Feuds, Paulie.
It's incredible, isn't it, how these chapters keep getting written. Shout out to the NRL draw makers because they've done well to make this a key Friday night match.
Throw the form out the window.
Shame Latrell's not playing. If Latrell was playing, I could see a narrative where they put it because again, Roosters when they let go, they're either winning big or losing big. There's no real.
Yeah, Whiten's back. Cam Murray named on the bench. I know you were shocked.
No, it's crazy.
I think that it's getting some legs under him so he can go on the Ashes tour.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the best.
I agree. I agree with all that, but
you're not happy.
it's crazy.
But it's pure South Sydney wanting to spoil the Roosters party.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm here for it. I love being that petty. Well done. Awesome.
Yeah. Well, Sam Walker does return for the Roosters, so that does help them quite a bit.
Fantasy-wise too, again, like Moller said at the start of the show, if you want to go out of the box, probably Teddy's a shout.
Yeah, I don't had that.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Because again, we talked
Teddy as a
we talked about this a
captain
couple of
option.
weeks ago. I think he's pretty much a shoe-in for the Dally M. His team needs him. Give me one more. I've got one more in me.
How's the surface going there at Allianz?
I think it's fine.
Is it going to be all right? He's
Nice
not going
and
to slip over. I mean, he's notorious for the slippery boots.
I think if you're playing a head-to-head or whatever, and you want to get that, like the people talking about his top 10, if you want to make the difference, that's probably the play.
I'm just a tiny bit nervous.
If you're worried about if you think Haas might come off, who knows? Because again, I think there's going to be a lot of points in that game. I don't think there's much defence going to be played in that game.
Tallis Duncan back into the second row.
Yeah.
Good for people
AJ?
who held him.
AJ's
AJ.
That's what I'm saying.
Did
I
he
mean,
get the
back to
hat
that.
trick?
So he needs 2 to equal 3.
Whiten and Walker are going to be distributing him the ball.
Yeah. So plenty to talk about.
And Jai Gray, he's had a great season.
Well, and also too, Marky Mark's basically said he's going to come out and basically stop it.
Good.
Because he's got a lot to play for as well. Could be a kangaroo spot too.
Another 4-try game by him. Like, that was incredible.
Yep.
All right, well, we'll see what happens, but it's going to be a bid. You've got to tune in. NRL.com will have all your highlights, pre-match, post-game, all of that as well. Let's talk Dragons v the Panthers, and good to see Penrith putting their side out. I was a bit worried that we might see back-to-back teams from not so familiar faces, but if you held on to guys like Cleary and Yeo, Edwards, well,
got all 3.
Yeah, they're
I was
back.
riding the pine last week. I was like, well done.
Yeah. What a difference a week makes.
Glad to see them back. Cleary a shout for a captaincy this week?
I wouldn't do it. I still think he might play minor minutes. What are you thinking, Luke?
Yeah,
Who's on the bench there, Paulie?
Schneider's on the bench.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Could be half
a
game.
funky bench. You've got Dane Laurie at 18.
Dane Laurie could be a late inclusion.
Yeah, and you've got Schneider, like Paulie said, Schneider at 14.
Henry, IPAP and Eisenberg can all play big minutes if need be, so players like Yo and Lindsay Smith might play less than their usual. No Liam Martin, but still Sorensen
Brian
and Garner
To'o.
there. And no Brian To'o, so Paul Alamotti stays in. I think he's the only one to keep his spot, although Schneider's still in the 17 from last week, and Eisenhuth, but they've gone from starters to bench. The Dragons, they tried hard last week, I thought. Liking King Tonga. I was happy with his output.
Great try.
Yeah.
Great try.
And that Jacob Halangahu, I'll be watching him next year if he gets a start.
Surely he gets a start next year.
I think fantasy-wise, he could be really juicy.
The only downside with them is what we talked about all year with them is that their play style is to basically get down and dirty. Play a real slow style, not dirty in the sense, but brings them down to their level. But the problem is that has a diminishing return on it.
Yeah.
So at the back end of the year, we got nothing to play for. You really let go.
The effort.
And that's what happened. They were in that game. If Gutho catches that pass last week, that's a different game.
Surely Wollongong.
Well, it's de Bellin's last game.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
So surely they're going to be up for this one.
It's a big deal.
And we'll see what happens. Titans v West Tigers, and Gold Coast need this win badly because they want to avoid collecting the spoon, and they've made a host of changes. Keanu Kinney comes in at fullback. Carter Gordon, we've wanted to see him all year, but obviously he had that off-field. Was it something to do with his nerves and his back?
Yeah, he had a real
freak
incident.
Freak incident.
Centre too.
Good to see him. Yeah, I think they were planning on him going there. So Brian Kelly and Philip Summy have both played plenty of centre over the years, both on the wings to accommodate Gordon, and then Brimson moving there. So is that a foreshadow, Luke, of what we're going to see next year under Josh Hanno? Maybe Brimson at centre.
If there was a trade candidate team, this is the team, right?
Yeah.
If there was a trade, mate, this team would just absolutely go bonkers in the off-season because they've got so many playmakers that other teams would want. If they get a couple of
David Vita's potentially on the way out.
Look at the amount of playmakers they've got in their team. Foreign's last game too.
I was going to say it's his last NRL game. He could make the Kiwi squad at the end of the year.
Marcus Bai.
We haven't any confirmation there, have we?
No.
Cooper Bai. I can't wait to see him go.
There you go.
Big fan of Marcus.
Yeah.
Love Marcus.
Yeah. It's the 50th anniversary of independence this month at Papua New Guinea. So I wouldn't be surprised if Cooper.
Very trappy this, Paulie.
Yeah, look, I'm tipping the Titans.
Oh yeah, of course.
I picked the Titans last week, and I think they were in it. They were in it up to their eyeballs.
They're in every game
up until kick-off. It's so frustrating. I actually do love watching Titans play because
everyone does. That's the conundrum with them.
The tough thing for the Titans is if there's one team that's playing hard right to the end, it's West Tigers, right?
That's why I said
they gave the Raiders all they could handle.
This is why this is trappy.
And Himasi Makasini comes in. There's big raps on this West Tigers.
Yeah, I've heard big things too.
So
yeah.
I'm excited to see him. Obviously, it would have been better under better circumstances. Jarrell Skelton, that was a pretty nasty.
Also
injury.
to get off the spoon as well. It's going to be
for
motivated.
Titans,
yeah, for Titans, yeah. But the West Tigers will be motivated for their own reasons because they've been their previous holders of the spoon.
All in all, I think it's been a pretty successful season for the Tigers.
Well, I was going to say Jerome Luai doesn't like to lose. He's come there and he's already offloaded one unwanted thing, and that is the spoon, right? And they can't get it.
No. They've had a successful second half of the year. I think that they changed their trajectory a bit, but I think
Terrell May, is he the captain choice or is it Haas?
It's one or the other.
Yeah.
If you want to go safe,
he got a huge score on it last week, didn't he, May? That was incredible.
I thought he'd get it the week before.
Yeah.
But he's probably right, Paulie. I mean.
The bench could play very limited minutes. Mason Hunt, Seyfarth, Suka.
Yeah.
Good to see Seyfarth back though.
This could actually be a game that, out of all the games so far, this one actually could be played very, very. This could actually got a lot of meaning to it. This game, even though
I think so.
Even though it hasn't got final bits, you know what I mean.
The one game that's not got finals connotations but still means a lot is this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the team doesn't want the spoon. The team who's coming off the spoon, they want to finish the season well. It's it's good.
You've got exit interviews. You want to leave that lump. Sometimes you got lasting impressions, mate. You've got to make
100%.
so.
Bulldogs v the Sharks, and the Bulldogs still naming a full-strength side. We'll see if they run out like this. It may depend on what happens in that Storm Broncos game on Thursday, because mathematically the Bulldogs could still come second. They'd need another collapse by Melbourne, similar to the one last week. That 30-point loss, Andrew, actually gave the Bulldogs a sniff.
Yep.
Right, because they weren't. It was impossible to catch them for and against wise, but then all of a sudden, a big loss, and it's like a slight sniff. They'll probably be ruining that they didn't put the second grade Panthers side more to the sword, because they could have even brought it shorter.
And how the Sharks? How's their team looking?
They could be the masters of their own.
They're pushing for top four as well. So I mean,
if the Broncos lose,
this is a real bit spicy.
They're gonna know their fate before kickoff.
Ramian back, good in. Shame about Nicola, but at least they got Ramian, and And Braden Trindle, he's been named. Yeah, he's been named. I thought that. Yeah. Bad. I thought that was going to be some bad news. Everyone was worried. Atkinson is in the reserves if need be. Shout out to Stephen Riso, big Newtown Jets fan. He wants Atkinson to play for the Jets. They're in finals, so it's good news all round. He's been 18th man for 4 or 5 weeks, hasn't he? Atkinson? Yeah. Been playing a bit of this.
He'll be good at the Dragons next year.
Yeah. And
how's Nico? How's our boy been going?
Great scores.
Great scores.
Yeah.
So he played well on the weekend.
Keep going. Keep going with him if you own him, and if you had a trade left and you didn't want to go DCE, I'd consider Hines. He might be a bit more expensive though, but if you had the money, I'd definitely be keen on Hines. Kiddo's got injured last week, so that's a blow, right?
Yeah, it's a blow, right?
Preston owners can't believe their luck because he's still been named. So, but yeah,
running the judiciary tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, he's fighting a fine.
Fighting a fine.
So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, huge implications, and 7:35. It's a good Saturday night game. I'm hoping they'll
it's a bit of an appetizer to the finals next week, you know.
Yeah, there's a few like that. Dolphins v the Raiders, and who knows, it could be fins up into the semis if the Roosters somehow are upset by the Rabbitohs on Friday night. The Dolphins will be playing for their first ever finals berth in the NRL, which is exciting. They've got as close as a full strength, I guess, as we would have hoped with Herbie in the reserves. You couldn't really bring him in from a fantasy perspective, though, because the chances of him playing
Christian Wolf say if there's a shot of them to be in the semis, then he'll probably play.
Yeah. Well, again, they're going to know. So that's what I'm saying. They're going to know their fate.
So they'll know. So if the Chooks lose, then I reckon Herbie will play. Then you can load up.
Well, that was a big win by the Roosters last week, right? Because the Dolphins had them covered.
Yeah.
So now
it's still not great. That's what I'm saying. So like they're going to know.
They're going to know exactly what they need to do.
And they're playing a Cup Raiders, so they win by 20, they're in.
Yeah. If the Chooks lose.
If the Chooks lose, they're going to know. That's what I'm saying. They're going to know.
Because let's say the Roosters lose by 4, then they'll only need to win by 12. And if the Roosters lose by 14, then they'll only need to win by 2.
Yeah, that's why Herbie will be coming in.
So then if Herbie plays,
every player is going to
win by 20, 30.
You know the old Kevin Nash on the wheelchair? That's going to be Herbie, mate, and Sunday's going to whips it off. He's going to go straight in, mate.
Yeah,
he'll be on one leg and he'll be playing.
Yeah,
I think
just for his offloads.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, the Raiders have named a few guys. Corey Horsburgh, captain. Shout out if you own him because you dodged a bullet, because most of the team's rested. And Matty Nicholson back, Morgan Smithy's going to start.
What a replacement.
So they've got some good players. And guys like Tamale, Timoko, Chris are all playing, right? So there's still some good players there. It won't be a walkover.
No, not at all. But I'm just saying they're going to know their target, though.
Yeah.
And then the way the Dolphins play, Fuller is just going to be...
Yeah,
he's just going to be electric everywhere.
Yeah, keen to see Ethan Sanders.
How good's Trey Fuller been? If he was just a little bit cheaper, he would have been a great
trade. To the win. There's just going to be so many turnovers. It's going to be funny. It's just going to be.
I can't believe Trey Fuller's not playing first grade on a week-to-week basis.
It's
regular. Such a good player.
Again,
keen to see for next year Ethan Sanders go around for the Raiders. Yeah. He's a really good halfback.
Also Chevy Stewart too.
Oh mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got some young depth there.
Yeah, that's right. Eels taking on the Knights, and Parramatta, they've done a great job the last few weeks. They upset the Roosters and then the Warriors to really avoid the spoon, because this could have been a spoon bowl game.
Could have been.
About a month ago, right?
Yep.
But instead it's just Newcastle who are looking over their shoulders. They don't have a very good for and against. So if the Titans somehow beat the West Tigers, which isn't beyond the realm of possibility,
they're in the frame.
Then the Knights need to win this game. to avoid the spoon. And it would be a bit of a travesty because obviously Newcastle had that dip a number of years ago. Brian's come in, he's lifted them out of there, but now he's on his last game. And it could end as it was before he arrived with.
They've had too many injuries, mate.
Yeah, like Ponga and Sharp, Dylan Lucas, they're three really good important players.
Yeah,
like
I think so.
It's like
guys like Best,
it's like Manly without
healthy,
Tommy. You know, like you need your stars healthy.
And Safidi being injured. Safidi was going to be in the Origin team. Remember, and he got injured.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've like
big names.
Not excuses, but their reasons and. You know, O'Brien, I mean...
Dylan Brown back for a game against his new club.
Could be some emotion.
Could be some emotion, yeah. And you mentioned at the top of the show, so Christopher Cook, shout out to Cookie Listens every week, he was relying on Paulie to play.
Yeah.
But he's the one that's
a lot of people have him without insurance.
So
I had him and he's been actually fine.
And he's been fine. So this was the 1 week you would have, especially if you're a Drinkwater owner, or I can make that adjustment.
Yeah.
And he's not playing. So... there you go.
Good news, I got Fletcher Hunt though.
Well, he looked good.
He looked
last week. You put him at fullback.
Yeah, him at fullback. Yes, please.
Like he looks good.
Yeah. They got good players.
I got
Greggy Margie. I held on to him for 15 weeks.
It's just their engine. It's just their engine room. Like Leo's going to the Dogs and KPP's going to your guys.
They need to settle on the half. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
They need a half back and just be done with it.
Yeah. All right, what we need to do is talk about our season as is. We want to get your questions in, your horror stories in. For mine, I think it was that week when Eero was going well, Farnworth was going well.
I was on the phone when it happened.
Yeah, I plumped on Eero. I think the first game, what was he? 40 in 40 minutes, and then I was he's injured, Paul.
Yep.
Herbie.
Yeah.
Is that Herbie?
No,
Eero, yeah.
And after that, Farnworth just continued to go this way because the prices. I think I saved about 80 or 90k. I was like, I can save a bit on it, but I could have gone either way. So that was sort of indicative of
It was a flashpoint for you.
I think it was indicative of my season. It was sort of like the two things and the one that I chose. And guys like Scotty Baldwin were saying I was the curse and the reaper, and tell me what you're going to do. I'm going to do the opposite, because it just when you had one or the other.
People say that to you a lot, Paulie.
Yeah, it was like, I'll choose this guy. I'll captain Payne Haas this week, and then May goes higher.
Costanza, mate, in the opposite.
The summer of Paulie.
Yeah, it's all right. Next year, 2026 will be the year.
I'm back. I'm back.
But that was my horror story. There you go, Lola. Galvin over Wishart 4 weeks ago. Not the Lone Ranger, Lola. I know Presto, the great man, had the same thing. And Eric, well, shout out to Eric, who's sometimes on this show. 11.49 he scored last week.
Oof. Big score.
Yeah, big score. Big score. I want to read out.
Yeah, I've kind of avoided Galvin and Wishart. Yeah.
I want to read out the rankings for you while we get some of your horror stories in. Can't stop trading. Andrew P. Well, good strategy.
Yeah, it sounded like me.
It's not your burner, is it?
I wish I'd be crowing from the rooftops.
He's on top. So 24,620 points. That is nearly a 100-point lead over second. And if you have a look at his side, besides Kira's injury and obviously Drinkwater.
I wonder how many trades he's got left.
Well, I assume he has none because his name is Can't Stop Trading. I mean, he's still got Adam Dewey, so surely he would have used it if he had one.
He needs one because that Carraz thing's hurt him.
That's a good
team. But he's still got, with a 100-point lead, I think he can hold that.
Also, he's broke really well for him too. So that was the horror stories. People flicking Savala, and then the Walker thing happened.
Yeah, he's still got
Savala kept kicking.
Just kept
Blake Brayley, captain now.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things is breaking for him. Guys like Teddy, you mentioned earlier, Campbell, they're going to have big games. Turbo, I think, is finishing strong.
Yeah, of course.
Say this year.
Fullback.
I mean, he didn't play Katoa last week. He didn't have to play Katoa. He got 56.
Must be nice.
So he's got a bit of depth there to cover. But as you said, no wing fullback depth. Have a look at. Here's some more questions coming in, but we'll just have a look at number 2's chasing him. Rad Rajas. The Semi-Rad Rajas, that's a good name, Ben M. Now, he is 95 behind, and his side's looking very good because he had to rest last week, or he couldn't rely on Edwards, Yeo, or Cleary. They're all back. So even though he loses Drinkwater, he gets those 3 back. He'll lose Tarpanay and Fogarty.
His captaincy is going to be a big deal here.
But if he goes out of the box, Andrew, you talked about it, he might just somehow catch Andrew.
He's a perfect candidate to captain Teddy.
Yeah,
Teddy, or
just try and get that 50-point rise.
I've been on the Jaden Campbell captaincy for a couple of weeks. I'm like, surely he comes through. Surely he comes through, right?
Yeah. Well, he got a good score.
He got a good score, but like...
Do you want the 100?
Want the 100.
Carsonius, which is Sam C, he's only a little bit behind second. He's probably holding on a bit more. I mean, he still holds Israel Leota from the Broncos, so he's probably holding on to third. The guys that might catch him is Jake V.
Holding off for dear life.
Well, I tell you what, Jake would have been happy bringing in Walsh. He's the guy who could captain.
Again, people that brought him into those two injuries happened. Mate, he's doing everything now.
But Jake might be worried because Joash not named. That might hurt him.
I'm not worried.
I forgot that I started with Reece Walsh at the start of the year.
Yeah.
I started with him. There's another horror story.
But he was bad at the start of the year.
He was bad.
It was like me and Purdue. I think Purdue averaged 10 points more when I didn't own him.
He got a negative.
Remember
he got a negative, and I still stuck solid.
You are the kryptonite for Reece Walsh, and he is your kryptonite.
I should bring him in this week, actually.
And then spanner in the works, that's Jay-Z, who we mentioned just to round out our top 5. He's looking quite good. So Fogarty and Carraz obviously missing along with Drinky, but he gets Cleary and Yo back. Yep. He'll have to play Jaden Brayley this week, but he played 80 last week and scored a 60.
And it's his last game for Newey.
And Jay-Z might do the same thing. He might go out of the box captain like a Walsh or a Teddy.
Yeah.
One issue he'll have though, well, he'll be able to move Mark into the centres because he's lost Kiraz and play Jaden at fullback. So he won't have to play 16 like our number 1 owner. So you never know. Yeah. But keep going with the questions. Terry Evans, my treatment of Metcalf is the real horror story. I sold him straight away and then the week I brought him back, he got injured. Oh.
Oof. Terry.
Yeah, I don't know many people that did bring him back. It's a bold move, isn't it? When you've moved someone on early.
I was, like I said, I was super petty. I'm like, no,
I'm not doing it.
Not doing it.
Terry, it happened to heaps of people, mate. Don't worry, you don't have to apologise.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
And Lola's back, brought in Walsh and Plath the same week. They both went down for Origin.
The Plath. We've got about the Plath one.
Well, what about Mike Kiraz one? And he went down, and Max King, and he got named out of nowhere. About 3 forwards went down.
Got named for Origin.
That was my 2 trade-ins that week. Kiraz, who got injured, and King. And I'll use these guys through Origin.
And you got King, and who did I get the same week?
I think you went Saifidi, and he also went. Well, he was the one that went down because they said, he might play Origin.
And he got a 65 the week before, and I'm like, I'm cooking here.
Galaxy
you got him a week early. A lot of people brought him in that week.
The post came on extra and buzz. Saifiti's in the Origin frame. Like, yeah, awesome. Done his calf. Awesome. Cheers. Thanks.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Max King. The ball knower. Captain DCE, or is his run done now? It's basically impossible.
No.
These two are Manly fans and they're keen on it. I'm a non-Manly fan and I'm not keen on it.
Why?
I just think with Jay Walsh, he might come off early. He might do the old soccer.
No, there's no way.
No way, mate.
We'll see what happens.
No, because
I think he could do that.
Seeb would get frog marched out of the place if he falls off DC.
The only reason he'll come off early is if they're getting blown out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they might do the stop the game.
Well, I'll tell you, someone had strapping on their thigh, and it wasn't DCE last week. It was Luke Brooks.
Ooh, there you go.
That's all right, mate. I think DC is a great shout.
Darth Trader, what's passable over rank? Whatever you can get. Passable? Not a test.
I mean...
No one knows, mate.
Yeah, halfway, I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I think any...
In the top half of the overalls, I think that's amazing.
Everyone wants to finish top 1,000, right?
Passable.
These days, top 2,000 is like the old top 1,000.
This year, I think passable for me. I think if you're inside the top 15k, I think you're okay. I think anything inside the top 10k, I think you've done really well. Inside the top 5, I think you've had a really good year. And top 1k, you should be just
shout out to
running down the
guys
street
like
and just telling everyone off if you really want to.
And Longy, because they hung in there and they ended up in the top 1,000. So they did the good.
Maybe I'm just being generous. I don't know.
Yeah, top 1,000 is where people want to be, but we take all comers here. We're not cutting it off.
I'm saying the top half of overall players. That's better than half, guys. Well done.
And you know what? It's sort of like swimming. If you can just go better the next year than the year before, it's like your PB, right?
Yeah, I've been going backwards ever since I started this. So anyway.
Well, we're spending too much time on other people's teams. Not enough on our own.
You're out of the box. You're a shooting
Not enough
star.
on our own teams, and too much trying to help everyone else.
Yeah.
Stephen Russo, should I captain Hamasi Marcassini? I doubt. Oh, Stephen might have a trade up his sleeve, actually. I was going to say, I doubt you even have the trade.
Maybe he had him from the
He's definitely got something up his sleeve.
He only got brought in the game 32 minutes ago, and I know that because I was the one that put him in the game. So for Stephen to have that player
It's
already,
a weird flex, yeah.
you know,
Yes, do it.
I don't know how he. I don't even know how he has it. I want to see that team to see how he got him in that quick because, like I said, I've been sitting here for 32 minutes.
Sure.
Frank Spencer, Marky Mark or Meaney at wing fullback. I've got Campbell and Teddy, but need a third.
Marky Mark's cooking.
Yeah, Marky Mark's cooking.
Yeah.
Another regret that I never got him.
It's also
this
too,
year.
Meaney's part of that core team as well. I just don't like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your spidey sense is tingling, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, I really is. I'm
I've seen this movie before.
Yeah, I'm with Paulie. I think something like, because of what happened last week, I feel like clubs are going to be a little bit more just not going to be as obvious this time.
I just feel like Melbourne hate Brisbane.
No, I totally agree. So,
Have we got one more question just to round?
got one more in me.
Have we got one to go?
What do you-
Trader just says, what? It's like that every year at the moment. Until we get that 18th team, I can't wait for the Bears. I'm not even a Bears fan. I'm just going to be so happy that for fantasy, I don't have to worry about the buy.
Buys, yeah.
It's killer.
It's a killer.
Yeah, it's killer.
Yeah.
Gaza S2, Bevan French will go to Perth.
When he leaves Wigan.
There you go.
Didn't he just resign? I thought he resigned for Wigan for long term. I know that means,
A lot of those guys got.
I know it doesn't mean too much, but I'm pretty sure he signed long term.
I think a lot of those players got clauses too. If they get NRL contracts, they can.
Yeah, he's happy carving up in England.
Well, it's been an absolute honour and privilege as always.
Has it?
Season 2025 in the books. Luke Seifert, Andrew Molinaroli, thanks very much.
Who are
we
you,
need to
Paulie?
shout out, well, who it all is the people behind the scenes. So we've got, obviously we're led by our esteemed captain Brad Preston, who used to be on this show. He's now far too busy, but he still looks over
important.
everything.
Yep.
Tom Leake, who's been doing a lot in the
New
producer
father.
chair,
Yep.
new dad, and Stephen Russo, who helped when Tom couldn't be there.
What'd you call them the other week? Something.
The Ashton Wards.
That's the one.
Yeah. And then you've got a litany of people that have helped us in the control room, from David Kennedy, who runs everything around here. And there you go, see you next year. You've got Graham Burke, Chris Murray, Jacob, who stepped in at short notice. They've all chipped in. Boj still been around, chipping in. So I think, shout out to all of them for that behind the scenes. We can't do it without you, and of course we can't do it without you, our viewers, our listeners. It means a lot. I'm getting told by Tom I need to mention Jack Abraham. Not sure why. Means a lot for the viewers, for the listeners, and I just want to say thanks. I'm Paulie G. We will be back in 2026, bigger and better than ever.
Paulie, you and I might be just doing a little side stuff, just so keep an eye on that throughout the final series. Just
Exciting.
Just talking some footy just before the finals. Nothing too serious. Obviously nothing.
Footy talk.
Just a bit of footy talk. Just you can find it on our usual channels if you're keen.
And it is finals time. It is the moments that matter. So get out, get to a game.
Get to a
if you
game.
can, live,
game.
even if it's not your team. I just think finals time. It's
good. The sun's out.
September.
So good.
We're in
So
September.
Good. Winter's over.
Winter's over, everyone.
How good.
And thank you, everybody. NRL Fantasy will be back in 2026. But for 2025, it's bye for now.